What's going on, people? Feroncio here, and welcome back to the 5th episode of Oblivion Remastered walkthrough. In this episode, we will locate our main residence and totally equip it, allowing us to craft our spells and enchant items. We'll also raise our alchemy level to 100 and learn a lot of spells. But the first thing we need to do is go get some alchemic gear. And we'll do this by visiting our Mage's Guild, where we're going to be able to find a free calcinator, a free alumbri,
going on at the Oaken Crozier.
and a free retort,
that as well. Still, it's not.
which will increase our potions by a lot.
Hello.
So let's pick up a alembic, a retort, and a calcinator. Thank you.
It's shameful. Still, what
And
is
now-
that supposed to do?
The next step is to go get to our new residence, which is the Frostcrag Spire, which more or less kind of over here in the mountains east of Bruma. So let's go to the Wild Eye stables. And when in here, we will look east and go take a look at that beauty out there, because this is where we're heading, and this it's going to be ours. So let's get on the road. And if you watch some of my videos, you will know that I'm a huge fan of just follow the path. And that's what I'm going to do here, is just going to follow the path. So head this way, and once you see this trail here, we want to follow that, because this is also important. It will contain certain alchemic items that we'll need on the way. So I need this guy here, the clouded funnel cap, and we don't need a lot, but since they are in the way, why not, right? And we heading straight east, folks. The climb is going to be apparently difficult, but if you move along the way, you should be able to make progress. And we almost there. We can see it on the HUD, and I can see the tower from here. And let's stop here at this camp and pick up all of this venison. And there are more venison over here. And let's also do not forget the mutons. And now we can just go straight to the spire. Once we get to the spire, the front door is going to be locked, but we will find a key, so we don't have to mess up with lock picking. And when we get there, we're also going to get a quest. So we'll get a quest. And let's make this active. And of course, if we go over here, the door is locked. But there is a camp with a key south of here. And let's go take a look at the map, because we should find something around here, more or less. So let's move our marker that way, so we can look for this encampment. Oh, I see it from here. Yeah, let's check this sack. Oh, we got some gold. Nice. Not that we're going to need gold after this, but that's okay. So now let's go open the chest and pick up the gold and the key, which is the important item. So now, wow, take a look at this, folks. Let's take a moment to just appreciate the view from here. Breathtaking. So now let's teleport back to the entrance. And I don't need that marker again, so I'm going to remove it. Now that we have the key, let's get in. I would appreciate if the devs have moved, the teleport point all the way to here, for example, right in front of the spire, but whatever. So once we are in, there is this tome that we need to read. The quest is updated. I discovered a dusty tome, and once we read the tome, the quest is updated again and say, after reading, I've learned that I can purchase everything I need to restore this place to its former glory from Aurelian Way at the Mystic Emporium. And by doing that, this is a door that it's going to be open. See, all of these gears are going to get in place, and this big door here is going to open, revealing the main hall. And we'll need to explore, and this is one of the reasons that we came over here. So we got some also calcinators, everything in here, so everything is at hand. And in here is the main reason. So we have the altar of enchanting on one side and the altar of spellmaking on the other side. So we'll be able to create our own spells and enchant our items in here. But before we do this, we'll need some items that are called Mage tallow candles. So we don't have any Mage tallow candles, so we cannot make these altars active at the moment. But guess who has it? Yes, Aurelian Way has it, and this is where we're going next, is to the Imperial City Market District, so we can go to the Mystic Emporium and talk to Aurelian Way and buy the things that we need to get this beauty to restore to its former glory. So from here, we're going to head west, and the Mystic Emporium is right here at the end, and it is closed at the moment, which is fine because we're going to use these crates right in front of the Mystic Emporium to do our biddings. So take out everything from here and stack everything that you don't want in this container, and that may be everything that you really don't want. Things are not going to be moving, so you can put everything in there. So the yarn, for example, we can stack it in there. I'm quite sure that I picked up hourglass someplace in here that also don't need it, but that's fine. I can keep the rest. So now that we have two empty containers, we're going to start duplicating things. And the first thing I'm going to duplicate is I need a bunch of arrows. So I have 61 iron arrows and I have only 25 steel. So I'm going to create a little bit more steel arrows because I want a big stack of them. So once I have a steel arrow out there, I'm going to use the iron arrows and press R1 and X at the same time and do 61, and you see that none of those arrows moved to the container, and when I take the steel arrow back, I now have 88. So now what I'm going to do is put one iron arrow and then create 88 more. Okay, so now I have 148 arrows. I'm going to put one steel and use the iron to create more steel. Now I have 248. I'm going to put one iron. Okay, so now that we have a very large stack of arrows, let's go back and take a look at our inventory, and let's equip the calci. So we equipping by equipping one of those alchemic items, then we get a bunch of those. We have all of them properly placed in there, and what we're going to do next is clear all filters and create a potion of restore health, and we need bullets and venison. So to do a restore health potion, we'll have to duplicate those bullets and venison, and that's what we're going to do next by using the same container. So, and using our big stack of arrows. So first let's go and pick up this bullet, put one in there, then go to the arrows, and now we have like 1,000 bullets, and we do need to do that the same with the venison. So let's put one in there. And now we should be able to craft a lot of. So let's get out of here. Let's go back and put our mortar pestle. And now we're going to do again a restore health potion. And all we need to do is just keep on pressing the create potion once we have the appropriate elements. So restore health on self. Our potions are going to be weak at the beginning, but they're going to start becoming more and more powerful, and we're going to create so many that it really doesn't matter. So just press the square button and start creating and start increasing your alchemy. We already increased alchemy, and we're going to be masters in no time. And of course, the higher the level, the longer it takes to increase. But we are getting so much alchemy ups that it is just incredible. So now we are already at level 50 plus, and now we can join Fly Amanita. So before we keep on going, let's go and duplicate Fly Amanita. Let's put one in there, and let's use our arrow stacks to create a bunch of Fly Amanitas. Go back to the and now we can create a bunch of other potions like restore health. So let's go and create this. So Paulette, Amanita, and Venison. And now our potions are going to be even more powerful, and we're going to increase our alchemy level even further. Also notice that now we are able to identify 3 ingredients for the potions. So Paulette now restore health, damage, intelligence, and now we know that it also resists paralysis. And the good thing is that we still have 999 plus of these ingredients. So let's check to see how are we in terms of alchemy. So we are level 74 in alchemy. We have created a massive, but we are so over encumbered. But we also going to be selling everything in a second, so it doesn't matter. So let's increase way more our restore health. And now we have all 4 and are guaranteed to do other things. So 40, and now a lot of we can create a lot of other potions, right? Like, man, this is good. So let's apply these filters again, and we're still going to do, and also now it's going to do shock damage on us, and I think that's because of the Fly Amanita. So if we take the Fly Amanita out of the recipe, we should be I think I end up doing it wrong, but in any case, so now we'll wait a little bit. So we are level 75. We're going to be level 100, but right now we need to wait. So it is 11:30 at night, so let's wait like 8 hours. 10 hours is fine, so that's going to be like 9 in the morning. Alright, so once this is done, we'll go in, and that's one of the reasons that I was very close, because now we are so over encumbered that we cannot run, but it doesn't matter. So
What?
let's talk to Aralyn Way, and let's sell.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Yes, and let's sell all our potions. So all of these potions of healing, restore health that we have here. So first let's start up with the potions of healing. And as long as we do not go over the 2000 gold that she has, we can keep on selling, and her money, it's not going to go down. Only problem we have is if we try to sell more than what she has, then her money is going to be exhausted. But as soon as
That seems a fair price.
we start to sell, our mercantile skill is also going to improve. So, and our potions are going to go up in price. Okay, so this is a no-no, because now we have 148 restore health that are going to run her over. So this is good. Just gotta be careful so we don't go over 2000.
You got a great deal there.
And the reason the potions are getting increased, it's because of our alchemic levels. So once we start to have higher alchemy levels,
You've made a good bit of gold.
then the potions are going to worth more and more. And now we have like 9,000, and our mercantile increased, and we can go do some more potions. And also we can start buying upgrades for Frostcrag, right? So now we can buy the alchemic lab, we can buy the bedroom
I wouldn't make
area,
that deal with just anybody.
the library, the vault, and we need this guy. So we don't have enough money at the moment, but we will.
I
So
appreciate your business.
my pleasure.
Good day.
To you as well. So now let's go outside, and you guess it, we will create more potions.
How goes it?
So let's put back our novice mortar and pestle. Not in there, of course. Let's equip it. And let's create all the potions. Like, I like restore health, is one of the potions that pays a lot of money. But let's make sure that we just put bolette and venison, and let's start creating this. And my venison is coming down. We'll need to make more if we want to do same restore health potions. And let's check to see what is our level. We are level 85, so we got in 10 levels. We are almost getting to the master. But let's sell 390 new potions to Aralyn Way.
Good
Hello,
day.
good day to you as well.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
So be careful with the amount.
That's
So
more
we
than I'd
don't
usually
want,
pay.
we do not want to oversell.
A fine transaction. That's more than I'd usually pay.
And now
Another satisfied.
we have enough to buy the Mage
Let's
Talos,
do business.
candle boxes. And we can even go and pick up some of the ingredients that we may need later on, but so far this is
Tell
all
your
we
friends
need
about
from
me.
her.
Good day.
And let's check with this gentleman here
Welcome to the
what he has to sell.
only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
So we can sell some of those arrows. For example, we can sell all the iron arrows. And again, gotta be careful so we do not go over his limit of 1,000. So this way we can alleviate some of our weight. And let's see what he has to sell. So our arrows in the hands of the Atronach. Resist frost, resist shock, and resist fire on self. I really don't want to buy anything from
I
here at the
appreciate your
moment.
business. Bye.
So we are done in here, but you may be asking yourself, how are we going to travel? Well, that's why we have the second container here. We're going to put all of our over big ingredient stuff in this container for later use. So let's store the carambolette. And what else do we have? The venison. And now we are almost good. We just have a bunch of mutons that we can store here too. And I think this is it. The big thing is our arrows. So we have a lot of steel arrows. And we're going to put some of this over here. So we can not be over encumbered, but still have a large enough stack to play with. So let's say that we store like 800 arrows here. That leaves us with 700 on the stock and 149. And now we are not over encumbered and we have everything stored here and an empty container. We can do all of this all over again. And now let's go back to Frostcrag Spire and let's go take a look in our new home and activate the altars. Alright folks, so from here the first thing we're going to do is activate our altar of spellmaking. So now we can craft the spells and activate the altar of enchanting. And now we're going to, wow, I thought I had mage talents. Wow, I used the mage talents for here and I need to go back and buy more for Aurelian Way, which is fine, no problem. And let's go check the vote, not the living area. Let's go check our vote. And now in the vault, there is a huge amount of chests. Some of those chests may have something, some of them don't have anything, but they should have at least some, junk in there. And you can pick up some of that junk and collect everything in a place and trash them later outside. This one has some gold, which is awesome. So folks, now let's go take a look at our main. Wow, so the living area now have a lot of really good things, and now we have apprentice alumnis, and we still have some novice stuff, but it appears to be really rejuvenated, and we can go into the bed. There is yet another chest here with a shovel. We don't care, but now we have pretty much renovated Frostcrag Spire, and we're going to be using it as our main residence, and you can see why. So folks, this is it for this episode. In the next episode, we will go back to Aurelian Way. I will buy, the other Mage Talent candles, and once we are done with this, we're going to start creating some spells to use, and then we're going into Kivat and into that Oblivion Tower. So this is it for this episode, and if you're enjoying it, please go ahead, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.